Before time learned how to move, before space understood its place, there was no sound, no color, no beginning, only silence. And yet, silence was not empty. It was full of intention, full of power, full of a voice. A voice that did not argue, did not struggle, did not repeat itself. A voice that spoke once and reality obeyed. Light burst forth where darkness had ruled. Order rose from chaos. Meaning was born where nothing had existed. Not by chance, not by accident, but by command. And among all that was made, one world was prepared, not just to exist, but to be lived in. But creation was not finished, because the greatest work of all had not yet taken its first breath.
Lux extenebris, voce Dei.
This is not just a story of the past. It is the beginning of everything.
Before time learned how to move forward, before seconds had meaning and moments could be counted, there was no sky above, no ground below, no horizon to promise tomorrow. Not the silence of peace, but the silence of something waiting for a voice. And then God spoke.
Let there be light.
It was not chaos. It was not noise. Light did not fight the darkness. It obeyed. At a word, the universe opened its eyes. God did not erase the darkness. He gave it a place. And in doing so, He gave the light meaning. And God saw that the light was good, not because it was bright, but because it revealed. Even now, every light still answers that first command. This was only the beginning. The world was still formless, not broken, just unfinished. Water covered everything, above, below, without edge or end. Nothing yet had a place to rest.
Let there be a firmament to separate water from water.
Gently, space was born, not empty space, but breathing room, a ceiling for the earth, a shelter for what would come. The waters obeyed. They no longer pressed upward in chaos. They waited. And God called the firmament sky. And the second day was complete. The world was learning how to stand. The waters bowed. Land emerged, firm, solid, patient. Rocks rose from the depths. Shorelines whispered the promise of life.
Let the land produce vegetation, plants yielding seed, and trees bearing fruit after their kind.
Life was patient, silent, waiting for a word. And when the word came, it sprouted. A blade of grass, a single leaf, a whisper of color against endless gray, and the earth began to breathe. And God saw that it was good, not because it was finished, but because it was ready to grow. and the third day ended with the earth alive for the first time. The sky waited, dark above, light below, stillness stretching into infinity. No seasons, no days, no markers of time, only emptiness above the waters.
Let there be lights in the firmament of the sky, to separate the day from the night, to serve as signs for seasons, days, and years.
From his word, order appeared in the heavens, the sun to rule the day, the moon to rule the night, stars scattered like sparks of his imagination. He set them in their places, not by chance, but with purpose, and the world learned to count days and nights for the first time. And God saw that it was good. Day and night were now marked, a rhythm for life, a heartbeat for creation. And the fourth day ended with light guiding darkness. The waters had waited, silent, deep, full of possibility. And then life stirred. Tiny fins cutting through currents, scales catching the light, a first dance of motion and color.
Let the waters teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the sky.
And so the seas were alive, teeming, vibrant, wild, and the skies waited. Wings lifted the sky, colors streaked across open air. Life in motion for the first time celebrated the command of its maker. And God saw that it was good. Life filled the seas, the skies, and the world felt motion for the first time. The fifth day ended with wings in the air and fins. The land was alive. Beasts of every kind roamed freely, finding space to flourish. Each step measured, each breath a testament to the Maker's will.
Let us make man in our image, after our likeness.
Adam's chest rises as if taking first conscious breath. He opened his eyes for the first time. Curiosity, fear, and wonder mixed in one gaze. He breathed the air, and life in its fullest meaning began. He looked upon the creatures, each one a reflection of divine care, and he felt connection, wonder, and responsibility. And God saw all that he had made, everything from the smallest insect to man himself, and it was very good. The sixth day ended with life walking, flying, and running upon the earth. The world was complete. Every leaf, every wave, every wing, all in place. Life now breathed in harmony.
It is beautiful. All of it. For me to walk, to see, to care for.
He was the first to understand stewardship, wonder, and responsibility. And God rested, not from fatigue, but to set the example of peace and reflection. The seventh day, a rhythm for eternity. The work was finished, the world was alive, and in rest it was perfect. And so ended the seventh day, the first day of peace.
Before there was an image, before light had a shape, there was silence. And in that silence, a voice prepared to speak. This series began not with answers, but but with listening. We didn't want to retell Genesis as history class. We wanted to experience it, happening now. Creation isn't just where the story started. It's why meaning exists at all.
One question constantly. What does this feel like to someone who's never opened a Bible? If the story didn't feel human, it wouldn't feel divine.
When Scripture says God said, it is not describing volume. It is describing authority, a voice so complete that reality obeyed.
Verbum aeternum means the eternal word. All the Gregorian chant taught me something modern music forgets. That this silence is not empty. It listens. This hymn does not perform. It waits until the soul catches up.
We chose stylized cinematic 3D because realism alone cannot carry mystery. This story lives between the seen and the unseen.
Every story begins with a voice, but not every voice creates life. This one did.